This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, the fraud and corruption that goes on in the United States stock market is unprecedented. And no other country would allow this level of fraud and corruption into their markets. Every other country protects their retail investors. They protect their pension funds. They protect their institutions that follow the rules. They protect their market. But in the United States of America, if you are a one percenter, you can rob and steal at will with no real consequences, okay? That's really the bottom line. And a buddy of mine, he's in Japan right now, and we were talking about this story. You have a guy who worked for the bus station for 30 years, and he stole $7, and they fired him, and he lost his pension. $7, a $7 theft cost this man his pension after 30 years of working for this bus company. And I've lived in Japan for 2 years, a long time ago. I lived in Japan for 2 years. You know, I still remember, like arigato, doitashimashite, anata ga wachi no tomodachi desu, watashi to ichinisha kudinka shokane. I still remember some of the things I learned or I spoke when I was over there, but it was decades ago. But the point I'm trying to make is, I still remember the society being very, very conservative, very honorable. And the reason I'm bringing this up, especially when it comes to our stock market, is this. If this gentleman stole $7 and lost his 30-year pension, do you think naked shorting would be tolerated in Japan? Of course it wouldn't. Of course it wouldn't. The people in the markets over there wouldn't even think about trying it, because the shame of getting caught would be devastating for them. Okay? They would probably be ostracized by their family and by society if they got caught naked shorting stocks in Japan. And once they got caught, the punishment would be so severe that nobody else would think about naked shorting in Japan. Okay? If a $7 theft made you lose your 30-year pension, do you think anybody would consider naked shorting in Japan? Do you think if somebody did consider it and was caught, do you think it would be tolerated, or do you think the penalty would be so severe that nobody would ever try to do it again? Well, in the United States of America, it's the exact opposite. They enjoy naked shorting. They get pleasure out of naked shorting. They get pride out of naked shorting and robbing retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. And then when the SEC or a government agency catches them, they give them a small petty fine. They never take their license to trade, and they go back to robbing and stealing again. The bottom line is this. When people want to be financial criminals, they come to the United States of America, because that is the only place where naked shorting is tolerated on this entire planet. Everybody else considers it a major crime, and they hold the bad actors accountable right away. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think that naked shorting would be tolerated in Japan if a $7 theft made you lose your pension? Anyway, have a great day. God bless. I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.